Wild Hogs. Today we're talking about a movie that defined a generation. Wild Hogs. A movie that would go on to gross over $250 million worldwide. Led by an all-star cast which included the four horsemen of cinema. Let's meet those four horsemen. William H. Macy as Dudley Frank. Martin Lawrence as Bobby Davis. Tim Allen as Doug Madsen. And John Travolta as Woody Stevens. Not only is it one of the greatest comedy movies ever made, but this film is highly regarded as being on the Mount Rushmore of cinema. It belongs up there with such greats as The Lord of the Rings or The Godfather or The Empire Strikes Back. It's right there. You cannot have a conversation about the greatest movies of all time and not include Wild Hogs. Not only did it have one of the greatest casts of all time, but it also had one of the greatest supporting casts of all time. As you can see here with these two dudes, biker dudes, sitting with Ray Liotta. The beautiful Marissa Tomei as the waitress. And also that dickhead from Scrubs. Upon releasing, this movie quickly became a worldwide phenomenon. In a world full of movies like Grown Ups 2, Red, or even Red 2, there was always Wild Hogs, a movie so perfect it didn't even need a sequel. A movie so extraordinary, it quickly became part of my family. I even purchased their popular line of bedding, which I still use today, and I plan on passing it down from generation to generation. Sure, William H. Macy might be better known as Frank Gallagher. Tim Allen's probably better known as Tim the Tool Boy. Obviously, we know Martin Lawrence is best known for being the Black Knight. And we all know John Travolta for his role as that dude from Grease. When these boys start revving their hogs, they sure get girthy in a heartbeat. I mean, let's be real. In what other movie can you see four very strong men push motorcycles in the desert? Bunch of old naked dudes swimming? That's in this movie too. Pretty girthy. This movie's got everything you could ever want in a movie. It's got budding friendships, romance, a badass villain named Jack Blade, karate, life lessons teaching you that you need to stand up to bullies, and an old hippie dude that just really likes motorcycles. One thing I love about this movie is there's just never been a film that has so perfectly encapsulated what it's like to be a group of middle-aged friends who go on a cross-country motorcycle trip and defeat evil biker gangs and save entire towns, quite like this movie. It's just so relatable.
One of the great things about this movie is that it spawned so many great, memorable household quotes. Some of them being, Del Fuegos, had the bikes, quick! Man, that was like level 12 of doom. When we drink piss, we drink it cold. Your wife makes my dick hard. Oh boy, my ass is sore.
Looking back at this movie, I remember being in line at the movie theater, just so excited to see the movie 300 with a group of friends. It was a Friday night, warm, late spring, early summer night. It was just good times. We were so excited to be out and about, and we got to the ticket counter, and they were sold out for 300. And the only other movie playing at that time was Wild Hogs. So we decided to go out on a limb and settle for Wild Hogs. We thought we were settling, but in reality, what we were walking into was history. We were firsthand experiencing one of the greatest films of all time. We were some of the first people to see it, and that stuck with me. This movie has basically anything you could ever want in it. It's action packed. It's thrilling. It's a side splitting comedy. I mean, there's just no. It's got life lessons in it. It's got love. It's got stand up to bullies. Like that's one of the biggest messages in the movie, and we can all get behind that. I think that in retrospect, this is one of the best movies of all time, and it belongs on that upper echelon of films. It's right up there with the Mount Rushmore of comedies or overall films or action movies, anything. Motorcycle movies, probably the best motorcycle movie ever made. I can't think of any that would even be close to it. And in retrospect, I love this movie, and if you enjoyed this video, um, that's great. That's really great. I'm glad you did because I enjoyed making it because I just passion. I can't wait to go watch this movie again. Now I got to go watch it again. All right. Until next time. Girthy Hogs! A Girthy Hogs production.